What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, right? Like, let's talk about these bad mothers in movies. We like to use black men as a reference in the depictions of everything bad with our society, and these movie references that are normally really not really true. There's a lot of sauce on them. But the counterbalance of that is this. Using Monique as a reference. Did you notice, Monique never lost custody of her daughter. She kept the daughter, right? Nobody asked the question. Like, why she can't go to her dad? She let her daughter be abused. Oh, it's not a big deal. Interesting. You ever watch Daddy's Little Girl? The character, the mom character in Daddy's Little Girl, the one that, was dating a drug dealer and letting the drug dealer beat her kids? And, it's not, men don't go, all y'all like that. You didn't notice that. Tyler Perry has a history of this. Lynn Whitfield's character, I forget which movie that was. It was the one with Boris Kojo was the bus driver. She let her kids be molested for money. Just gonna skip over that one, right? What about the one I used recently, A Family That Prays? When the mother had the husband, who was actually the stepfather, taking care of the kid like it was his own. And she didn't even care to tell the kid that's not your daddy, or the father that's not your son. We're going to skip over that. I was watching a movie on Netflix, Bruised, the Halle Berry movie. So she has a baby. She gives the baby to the dad, disappears, goes, does her thing, and kind of loses it. And then the baby comes back into her life because the father dies. And, she's not really a good parent. And subsequently, her mother was not a good parent to her. But it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Then, excuse me, got to use this as a reference. Since we use the color purple, Suge Avery was a mother. I know y'all seem to forget that, but Suge Avery was a mother. So she went to do everything else in the world but be a mother to her kids. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. That same Jackson reference. The Jackson movie with Joe Jackson was beating the kids. So if Joe Jackson was so abusive, it was Catherine. And she let it all happen like she didn't have a problem with it, right? Let's go back to Claudine. Single mom, all these kids by different men on welfare. Now James Earl Jones got to come in and try to marry her and this, that, and the third. Wasn't looked at as she was a bad mom, right? Hear me out when I say this. It seems like even the Fresh Prince, mom just sent the kid. Dad was the villain, but mom, not so much. Mom, not so much. Okay, so obviously she wasn't doing a good job of Will. Obviously. To send him all the way across the country because of a fight in the park. Okay, so we say that. What about the movie Losing Isaiah? When mom can be on crack and lose the kid and then fight the kid, get the kid back, and then give the kid back. Another Halle Berry character, by the way. See, Monique won an Oscar for her role, but we don't talk about these things. We don't say, man, these depictions of these moms. What about all the mothers, Tariq's mom in Power? The kind of mother that get her son to kill her husband, put her son in the life when the father was in the life trying to keep his son out of it, and also kill her best friend who's a mother, not caring about what happens to that kid. Just saying, what about BMF? The mom, the dad's not with it. But mom, hey man, we getting break, y'all getting this paper or whatever. Oh my God. Oh, you got some money for me? Like, what about that, accomplice type of mother? Do we talk about that? Especially with these crime shows and movies, do we actually delve into that and talk about that? We don't, do we? What about Raising Canaan? Do you see how often this happens? Do you see how often this dynamic happens? But a lot of y'all don't want to say anything about that. What was the character? Was that Menace to Society? Jada Pinkett was a mom and she's dating nothing but gangsters. And the gangster, and Kane, dies protecting the kid. When she shouldn't be there in the first place. I mean, nobody's going to go into that. What about Baby Boy? Mom never left her mom's house, but Jody's the baby boy, but mom's not the baby girl. And at the same time, Taraji P. Henson's character, not looked at as a bad mother for, letting an inmate come into her house and almost rape her and basically be abusive to her kid because she was broke up. Or what about the other movie, The Karate Kid with Taraji P. Henson, where she just pick up and move the kid from America to China like it's not a big deal. See, but you know who's gonna take care of this? Stepdaddy Jackie Chan. Doesn't make sense. See, like to y'all, that's not bad parenting. It's not. What about the other one? The Tyler Perry movie when the mom, was supposed to be the sister or the auntie, but they didn't tell Bow Wow's character. And at the same time, he had the baby mama, Byron, that chick. What about that? What about that? I can keep doing this all day. But I'm just saying that, y'all don't add all of these characters up whatsoever, even though we have a bad image in media and stuff. Y'all not looking. Y'all might want to pay attention to this. But like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.